Okay. These emotes are amazing. We're underway. ARTQ versus Evtet. Nice quick tactical reset there. What I like to see here is going for a little extra on the first floor. I think a couple sneaky peeks here and there is always a good idea. The jet. The jet. Oh, these are good cheers. I love it. I love to see it. Thank you for the amazing cheering. All right. So far we got a quick trapdoor here from ARTQ. Dropping down to 1-3. I guess it was a quick 1-2 trapdoor. I missed that. Evtet still on 1-2 here, looking around. Of course, we are in this tier. You tend to see just a little extra farming. And so we're seeing a little bit of that there. Although all in all, this is coming to be a pretty quick zone 1. Yeah. About a minute into the first boss. Not bad. And I missed who that was, but it's either Coral Riff or Deep Blues, I think. Just based on the beat bars. Who is this? Who dis? It's Fortissimo. Nailed it. All right. Eat stew for ARTQ. Thank you, Cancel. Oh, I appreciate that a lot. I need all the help I can get right now. All right. So some more farming here from Evtet. Gonna pick up that Ring of Piercing that ARTQ already got. And oh my god, look at this start. It's a key start. The rare. The rarest of rare. Thank you for the raiding party, Squiddy and Lake Hope. The 1-4 Gee. Oh no! Evtet getting stomped by the dragon. Luckily had chain, so didn't just outright die. But yeah, this is spicy. This is not what you want. I mean, damage is good. You need damage, but anything's gonna just kill you. Like, especially with a heart and a half. Oh no, and Evtet taking a hit. I mean, Evtet's not gonna get the Gee, which is fine. Not gonna get whatever was in the purple chest. So he's just gonna go with a 1 damage ring. This seed is bad. Alrighty. Okay, looks like we've got Spooty. Gonna pull Spooty into the booth. Hey, Spooty.
Hey.
Thanks for joining. I am going to screen share for you there, if you'd like to use that, or you can use MacSG or whatever you'd like.
Yeah, sure. I'm pulling you up.
Perfect. All right, I'm not sure if you caught how this has started, but this has been one interesting beginning to a race to get our cast off the ground today. We've got a 1-4 Gee. I don't know the last time I've seen a 1-4 Gee.
Oh yeah, dang, that's yeah. Yeah, I usually see those in Aria and Coda runs, not so much Caden.
Exactly. Yeah, it's pretty rare. I don't know the actual numbers, but it is very rare to get a 1-4 Gee. And Evtet dropped the Flawless on the Zone 1 boss, so didn't get to check purple, but has a 1 damage piercing dagger. And we'll see what ARTQ gets. Is it a whip? It's not. It's a glass spear.
Okay, glass, like, that's a chunky piercing spear. Like, that's like a completely reasonable build he's got there with the 8 damage piercing, forward reaching range. Like, that's solid. I make it no secret I'm not a big fan of spears, but I think considering that he's got the zone lead right now, and that like the piercing really helps make it a lot better. Just gotta watch for like the harpies in zone 4 and make sure it doesn't get swarmed.
Yeah, I think being able to pretty much one-shot everything is going to be pretty valuable for just maintaining swarms, and like you said, with this lead, that makes it so much more manageable. Having to push with this build gets so much more dangerous. And of course, Nightmares, you've really got to watch out for. Nightmares, I honestly think that Nightmares are one of the leading causes of death in the crypt.
Oh, no, Blood Nightmares especially. I believe Blood Nightmares have a little bit of a more intense darkness effect around them.
Oh, interesting.
And there was a race against, I think, Abu last season that I had, where we got to 4-1 and both walked onto the same spike trap in a Nightmare Cloud. And I did not have the health to survive, and he did, and that was the race, basically.
That's so tragic. Evtet's still rocking with this 1 damage dagger. Oh, no, and everything just went sideways. for
Well,
Evtet.
continues to rock the 1 damage dagger.
That is
just a 4 back now.
That is accurate. What have I done? There we go. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, and that's the problem with getting stuck on that 1 damage dagger. Like, yeah, sure, you got that chainmail, which is, everyone's happy to have chainmail, but when it comes to zone 2, especially, like, it's just so much health. It's a lot to manage, and it's you start battling with the whole, like, oh man, this 1 damage dagger is so slow, but my opponent's so far ahead, I gotta start pushing, and you start trying to do things that you just can't actually do.
Yeah, absolutely. You get swarmed so easily from the golems and stuff when you got that 1 damage. ARTQ, though, is not out of the woods. Even though they're going into zone 4, they have a substantial lead over Evtet. Hey, look! The 1/1 black chest was a titanium dagger. That's pretty funny, actually.
Oh, well, okay, yeah, there we go. Now, as the 2 damage
build
dagger,
is
that,
already better.
RQ was running through most of zone 2. But, and RQ looking for a swap off of Glass and gets a Blood Staff. Definitely don't want that in this situation.
No.
Glass Staff makes it more manageable because you can at least have a chance to see distant Warlocks you could potentially be lasering yourself to, but that's pretty advanced level play, and also probably not what you want to be. When you're wearing Gi, you don't want to go on Warlock adventures.
No, and with the way the walls work in Zone 4, sometimes you'll be shooting like across the map, and you don't see that Warlock that's there, but you teleport to it. Fireball's real good here, just to help clear these swarms. I mean, with piercing, you don't have to worry as much about Blade Masters. So Fireball usually is what you want for Blade Masters there, but this is fine.
Also good for just, like horizontal approaches and exit rooms, like you just used it there. Yeah, I think this really is a case, though, where if I'm in RQ's shoes, I am really looking to use that Fireball spell a lot. Even with Blood Magic.
Don't open that.
Because, you're, let's be honest, you're running Karate Gi and a glass weapon. If you're getting hit, you're dying. Like, use that, put that health to some use.
Yeah, absolutely. Has a cookie, too. So, yeah, really could be using the health a little bit more. I think that's a really great point. I'm thinking RQ is really looking for armor here, but the funny thing is we've actually seen a bunch of armor on Evtet's screen already. The plate,
I see
the chain, that's
armor.
already been done. So the armor pool is small.
I think RQ's best shot is the transmog showing up. Have we seen that yet?
I don't think so. I feel like if we did, they wouldn't have a Gi anymore. So
yeah, probably not.
So yeah, I don't think we've seen that one. Ooh, a nice gold kill there from Evtet. So going with a piercing hammer on the run back, certainly a safer build than what ARTQ has.
Okay, and there's the Fireball spell usage I'm talking about right there. RQ just approaching the exit room, double cast Fireball, cleared out the entire room.
Yeah, I've always kind of thought that Fireball into Zone 4 just completely shifts the way I approach Zone 4 to try and get horizontal into the boss room as opposed to always vertical, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, normally, if you don't have that resource available to you, you're going to want to try and approach vertically so that you don't get hosed by a bad, like a blue dragon or red dragon or something. But yeah, when you got that Fireball, it's just so much easier to just approach from the side and, like try and create like a funnel, like a choke point to funnel enemies through and then just blast them down.
Blast them all. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you can definitely see the slow play procedures here. I think I keep the spear over the rapier, just for safety. Rapier, you can, even just slightly, you're going to be putting yourself into the fray a little bit more. With the,
at
dash.
this level, I think, just sticking with the weapon that allows you to stand your ground and poke at a distance is perfectly fine. And out of the scariest part, but again, still rocking that Karate Gi. A few extra hearts, up to 4.5 hearts, and has a cookie to fill that last half. But I mean, yeah, that still is like there's so many things that could one-shot RQ here if they're not careful.
That's right. And Evtet does get revenge on that Dragon Dirt Golem combo and is moving on to Zone 3 here with the 1 damage gold Warhammer with piercing. Shoutouts to ARTQ for getting this far anyways. This is good. Love to see it. You don't see the Gi ran all the way from the start to the end. There used to be a bounty for that. From Tic Tac. Although I think it was a 1-1 Gi. This is not a 1-1 Gi.
Evtet with a pretty nice, like, reliably tanky build here, especially picking up that heal spell. And it does even have some damage output with that battle shovel. Gotta make sure she's
gotta utilize
picking
it.
up the use on that a little bit. She wants to clear out these storms a little more quickly. But I mean, at this point, it's a huge lead for RQ. So I imagine Evtet is hoping that Gi really just comes back to punish RQ at some point. But,
yeah, and there's still plenty of opportunity for that. We've got a Dead Ringer. Oh, a gun. Are we gonna take the gun? Now we got double piercing. We're doubling down on the gun there by bombing the Warhammer. So
yes, the wonderful double piercing rifle. You know, it does so much for you.
Yep, pierces all the things. There's a part of me that wants it to do phasing when it becomes double piercing, but it doesn't actually make sense. So it's fine. Oh, we did get a armor swap. I just noticed that ARTQ has managed to find leather, and there's the transmog in 5-2.
Okay, yeah, there we go. And
I think H-plate's the only thing left in the... Oh, I guess Ob's armor we haven't seen. Yeah.
But yeah, there we go. RQ now has the safety they need. I don't see them dropping the ball at this point. Oh, there's a Crown of Thorns for some health regeneration too.
Oh yeah, can't argue with that. You know, even if you take a bunch of hits here, this is zone 5, so it's so easy to kill lots of enemies and get your Crown of Thorn heals.
And Evtet is making a pretty strong push. I've said it before, rifle, don't sleep on the rifle. Like, everyone, you know, memes about, oh, gun, haha, gun. But the rifle with effective usage is actually a really strong weapon.
Yeah, I totally agree, especially if you compare it with some sort of heavy status, like if you can not get knocked back every time. But I think even in Zone 4, because it's got that sort of similar style to the staff, where you can teleport yourself. Well, it looks like we're going to swap over to a titanium spear.
Aww.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we say goodbye to the rifle.
Oh, there's a food shop. Okay.
Yeah, Evtet, he's gonna tank up, and like at least Evtet will probably not die at this point. But
yep, the hypest of lures there from RQ.
Yeah, just doing this, you know, steady
They're
lure
safe.
setup there.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just up to finishing off this Necrodancer fight, which I believe they have the bombs for. Oh, they have the blood shovel too.
Yeah, they got loads of bombs. I think they have 7 more, so it's all good. Evtet. That was a really great rifle shot from Evtet. Evtet did go back for the rifle. Maybe listening to commentary, I don't know.
yeah. And yeah, at this point, I think the Evtet's only out here is Dorian getting repeatedly dunked, and Dorian's still at full health on RQ's side. There's a Minotaur roaming around, it's gone now. Yeah, RQ doing a good job of just clearing up all of the threats to Dorian here. Missing a couple cycles on the lures, but it's fine. And there's the final hit.
There it is.
You're gonna finish in about 13:37 real time, judging by your timer.
Yeah, I let the timer go a little long, but yeah, GG. There was an early reset, but RQ, yeah, manages to finish running a seed with the majority on the Gi, which is pretty awesome. Take another look at that death here. This is definitely a 1 damage dagger death. Didn't want to go into the mud, which was wise, but then all of a sudden you're surrounded. Like, even the red bat was not playing nicely there.
Yeah, that's a little rough. Sometimes you just gotta swing the dragon around back up again. Like, I think, like I said, you know, it's kind of feeling the pressure. I need to kill this dragon quickly because I'm falling behind. So I don't want to dance with it forever. We're just gonna allow it to, you know, kind of chase us from the exit, and so it goes to the exit, and then there's a golem, and there's also a red bat playing that, you know, nasty, and
yeah, just doing this full surround. That was really unfortunate. But yeah, that's a situation where you just switch to the dragon dance, I think. especially when you have one
make
dagger.
Sure you get your flawlesses. You can laugh all you want at the 1-4 karate gi, but you'll be upset when you get to zone 2 and you're stuck on a 1 damage dagger for
Totally.
basically ever.
Although, okay, maybe you would take the gi in that situation, but I feel like most people would probably check purple there. No, maybe not.
Knowing that there's a gi there.
Yeah. I would.
Yeah, maybe.
I would. I mean, part of my strategy is hoping my opponent dies, so I would probably take the purple there. You could get a damage up ring. You could get a spell. Of course, the fireball spell we saw, like a fireball or pulse that can help.
Oh yeah, that's true from Crate. Evtet had chainmail already, so yeah, in that case I'd probably go purple.
Absolutely, yeah.
But if I'm like still on a low percent build and I know there's a gi in the black chest, I'd say it's about a 50-50 shot. It depends on how I'm feeling that day, really.
I feel like crystal level, the gi is gonna be taken. I think it's just the guaranteed damage up is so critical because you could pull like a, I don't know, Earth Tome or something. And that's just not going to cut it out of the purple, so. But yeah, a pretty good run back there from Evtet considering the death. The slow play sort of opened the door a little bit. It's always a bit of a dance there if you're the front runner, if your opponent dies, making sure you make yourself safe, but also don't go too slow because we've seen it plenty of times where the racer who dies catches back up and wins it. Sometimes in some very dramatic fashion, which is always good times. All right, looks like Evtet is now ready. And I think we're gonna be going. I believe these two are very well matched, even if they are across the tiers. It's nice to see. Hey, Pojo. And Maru, thank you so much for the raid. I got some intel on what Maru's working on with Synchrony, and oh man, Synchrony is the most amazing thing ever. It's so good.
Yeah, it was looking pretty good. Oh,
yes!
Oh, we see the 1/1 crate bomb. A play I'm usually not a big fan of, but
huge fan.
Off here with the map.
I'm such a big fan of that. Now, of course, map isn't always the best thing to pick up here. But that Giganticism scroll is going to help for digging the blood shop in 1-2. But if it's that close to the start, I think it's worth it. And we're actually, Evtet is going to reset now. Oh, I think that was not a food shop.
I guess with it being like literally like that's about as close to the starting room as it can get. But yeah, just like any further, and it's like I'm either wasting 15 seconds to find 10 gold, half the time, or wasting a bomb to find 10 gold.
Oh yeah, but you're just thinking about the bad. What about the good? You could get yourself a Ring of Pain. Oh, there's some good stuff in that crate pool. Now ARTQ without this bomb isn't. Oh wait, there's a Minotaur, so we could go for the blood shop. Oh, there was a bomb trap at the bottom of that potion room, so you could just open it. It's free.
Nice use of the Minotaur nonetheless.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like we are trying to see some Minotaur wrangling here to try and get over to the blood shop. We'll see how well they've learned how Minotaur lures work from our friend Pancelor.
That's right.
Teach us all about it in Puzdor.
And it was pretty useful, but it's still kind of complicated. It's not a great blood shop. I think you do. You can't. You could throw with the potion, right?
Yeah.
With the potion, you can throw.
It would be a safe throw with the potion. Yeah.
You'd possibly lose the potion, but it's a safe throw. There's the gi again. But I don't mind ARTQ just taking the glass long. I think.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I think that's a good choice. Keep the potion, and glass long is the safest of the glass weapons, in my opinion. Whoa. Hello, shop.
It's the shovel again.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Spooty.
I hate this thing. Right, there's the shop kill for both of them.
We need some way to like mute it on your screen so that whenever, like those Twitter filters where if somebody says something, it changes the word. Should be that, but the pink shovel for you. It just doesn't show.
Okay,
Oh.
Evtet actually. Oh well, you were just talking about the Ring of Pain. Well,
Yeah.
there it is.
So good. Ring of
Oh,
Pain.
ARTQ's also got the boots.
Oh, I love it. I love this
A
build
little
so
less,
much.
boots are a little less good with the glass long, but you know, this opens up some real spicy plays where you intentionally break the glass and then finish something off with a boots of pain kick.
Yep. I love this. This is very exciting. If you can get a cat with this set of items, it is so good. It doesn't even matter the cat. They've already got the damage up needed. Like a blood cat would be pretty awesome.
Blood cat, this is a build where you want a blood cat. It's not a build where you want a glass whip.
No.
I don't think there are any builds where you want a glass whip.
Ooh, I think you go for the specialty dagger here. They don't have a bomb. There's a bomb.
A reasonable play here. Like, with the boots and Ring of Pain, I think you're happy with literally any special dagger, even the frost dagger, which is normally kind of a low roll.
Oh no, going for peace. I disagree. Hard on that.
I think that, like, going for the dagger here, you get a health refill with an extra heart when you already have a potion. Like, you become basically immortal with that heal spell, and you free up the boots of pain to do their business, and you get what is very, very likely going to be a better weapon than your glass long. Like, I'm seeing nothing but upsides.
I agree. Yeah. Had to go out of the way to get the bombs, but did so anyways. By the way, Evtet also skipped on that peace shrine, but they did find a cat. Now, of course, their situation's a little different because they did not get the boots of pain. So without the boots of pain, it's a little worse.
We're
and
still
with the
looking
cat,
at a 2 damage cat with like health
pain
regeneration and a free spell and Ring of Pain. Like, this is very strong.
Yeah, these are really good builds.
But yeah, Evtet's got to start dialing up the pressure here because they are still playing from behind and going for black. Like, really?
No, they've got their weapon. They should just be pushing here. And
no, I think that's, like, honestly, I think that's a just skip the boss dress. Like, you've got the courage
everything.
shuffle.
Yeah,
you've got cat with pain and +1 damage from sunglasses, and you've got double spells. Like, now, I don't think there's anything you're looking for in this build. I think you just push now.
I'm gonna guess that they were looking for armor. I think that's why they checked black.
Or maybe like a cat upgrade, like a titanium cat, or maybe you would even consider like a titanium rapier.
Right.
But yeah, I think the odds of getting something usable are just so low that it's better to just push here.
I think you should be freezing and killing this king. This is pretty slow.
That is something I tell people a lot about, like newer players. I see a lot of newer players be like, okay, I can go attack the king here, and then I'm gonna and he'll die in 2 hits. So I'm gonna that's just 2 hits. But whenever you do that, he always runs all the way to the bottom right corner, and it takes forever, longer than it does just to either, well, in that case, use freeze, or just kill the rest of the pieces and then kill the king.
Yeah.
Like, it's slower that way.
Yeah.
You only want to attack the king if you have a way to finish him off in one shot, or lock him in place with freeze or something.
Yeah, we have done the math. This is so sketchy, though. The one major downside of the Boots of Pain, they're like my favorite item in this game, but the major downside is they are not goo boots, and they also cause goo, and you land in the goo after you pain. So you got to really be careful about paining into golems.
Yeah, and Evtet took a pretty nasty hit and lost the potion in that 4-1. I think it was goo-related shenanigans as well.
Yeah, golems are dangerous.
And yeah, has been playing a little bit spooked since then, I think. But we're seeing some good spell usage from her.
And an excellent push there. Yeah.
And yeah, just I think a blood freeze here will equalize
absolutely.
this.
Yeah, you absolutely blood freeze. You got the lead boots. Nice.
But yeah, now it's pretty much beat for beat here.
Yeah, half a heart to gain that much ground is absolutely worth it. That's like the most purest sense of using your health as a resource to go fast.
And yeah, gotta remember you've got this chicken as well, so don't be afraid to pop another blood freeze here, even though your health's getting low. Okay.
Very good. Yeah, this
Pop
is when
it's fine.
The voice of Chris in the back of your head shouting chicken at you. Don't forget, chicken, 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 chicken. All right, well, ARTQ keeping a lead, but just barely. This is actually a really hype race here. They both kind of have move attack. The Boots of Pain showing their strength here. Ooh, could have timed that one out a little better to get the one shot on the Minotaur. It took a bit of a hit, but with Quartz, I mean, when you have a ton of hearts, Quartz is pretty okay. And we're going to see easy left side scoots. And both racers look like they've got this no problem. And on to the Necrodancer. Both racers at the same time. Exciting.
Yeah, I'm liking Evtet's build better, you know, this whole race pretty much. But ARTQ has really just used everything at his disposal to stay in this, despite what I would consider a pretty strong build advantage for Evtet. So, and yeah, has the lead going into the Necrodancer fight. We'll see what happens here. We're going to need some crispy lures from both of these racers.
Yeah, ARTQ doing the right thing and tanking those bombs as well. That, I think, is like the major difference here as to why ARTQ does take game 2. Tanking the bombs really speeds that up when it comes down to this close of a race. So well done, ARTQ, on that.
Yeah, Evtet, like, I think playing a little bit too much for perfection there at the end and not tanking the bombs and actually kind of shuffling around in the stage before freeing the Necrodancer. And I think that was the difference maker at the very end there.
Now, I think for their build, they just had Ob's armor 3 hearts, right? So you can't take too many bombs with that. You got to be pretty careful.
Yeah.
But you do have heal spell. You can heal spell the bombs, right?
No,
so they only take half a heart?
Because, no, you can't. Because of the Necrodancer fight jank. The iframes happen, and then it waits for Dorian to do something, and then the bomb hits after the iframes.
Right, I knew there was something weird about that, but yeah.
In the Necrodancer fight, because of the kind of weird way it's set up as
there's
like kind of a
Dorian.
pseudo 2-player thing.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Well, I'm glad that Evtet didn't try that then. That would have been sad. All right. Oh, you can iframe a monkey grab. Okay.
Yeah, the classic monkey meat shield bomb.
Oh, right. Yeah, so this has been a good solid race between these two so far. This is looking good for ARTQ's MMR, since Evtet is a bit of a higher rank in terms of... actually, I'm not positive on that, and I also don't know if this is an auto-gen or not. I would have to check that. But if it is an auto-gen, then usually auto-gens don't have too much of an impact on your MMR because they're closer, I think is how that works. I will find out. All right, we're just waiting for the racers here to sort of shake the sillies out and get themselves set up for the next one. I do stand behind the bombing of early crates like that. But yeah, it's like 1, maybe 2 rooms into 1-1. I would check, and then after that, don't. This is not. This is a challenge.
All right. Well, ARTQ getting their money's worth here, being the lower ranked one and already up 2-0.
Yeah, absolutely. I will point out that there is another match that is currently ongoing. It is currently uncasted, although hopefully we'll see some postcasts like and Caligor has been doing, which is really awesome, where they actually do commentary over races that have already happened. And frankly, that's something that is common in many other racing leagues, where the races get done first and then they get commentated over later. But we've gone the route of having to just get everybody scheduling on a Saturday instead, so but yeah, JPET is currently up 1-0 over Squega, which is yeah, a little bit of a surprise there. So we'll see how that match plays out as well.
It looks like ARTQ setting up to push this crate over to the trap room. Evtet is going to take the trap door. We'll see. Oh, okay. Also going to check the shop. I really don't like 1-1 shop checks all that much. Like, I think your best case in the 1-1 shop when you only have, what is that, 30 gold for ARTQ, is like that there's a compass in there. and
or like a base torch.
That crate though paying off. That is Ring of Might.
And actually, that's going to pair so nicely with this cat. Having a +1 on an obsidian cat is really good, like really, really good. That is definitely a sum is better than the parts, or whatever the saying is. Like, you want both of those together, and it becomes that much better. Of course, the cat being a one-range weapon means that sometimes you're going to have to skip a beat or deal with parity in some way, and that could cost you your multiplier. But with the +1, then you're going to be able to still kill pretty quick.
Yeah, you still like would prefer a titanium cat in this situation because the you know, the max payoff of having max multiplier and dealing 4 damage is really completely like negligible to doing 3. But and you want the consistent 3 damage over that, but it still definitely improves the obsidian cat for sure. It does keep you from, you know, taking one hit in the middle of the swarm and suddenly you're just like flailing at a bunch of tanky enemies with the puny 1 damage attack. Oh, an Evtet.
Here we go. Oh no, they attacked
no,
it.
Don't press the
I
right
think they were just
button.
trying to thump the right, but yeah, with the cat, you're gonna attack. So it looked like they were setting up for a pain shrine farm there, and not gonna get it. They could use the ghost because they have leather here. So
yeah, they have leather armor,
but now the ghost is dead.
The ghost because of the cat range.
Yeah,
and, yeah, the ghost is dead.
Never mind. I will admit,
No
ARTQ getting roasted there and is down to half a heart. ARTQ with the better build, but half a heart is sketchy. And I will admit that the Pain Shrine is one of my least favorite shrines to see while racing. I don't like it. I don't like the gambit that it causes. and so... All right, a little bit of armor here if ARTQ wants it. Not going to take it. There was a helmet there. Art BBQ? Come on.
That's you know, those kinds of puns are what everyone comes here for, right?
I love it. I'm gonna be laughing about that one for a while. All right. Well, ARTQ does kill that dragon without any roasty toasties. Little bit of a danger exit here with that wind mage causing some movement.
Cat range, thankfully, though, keeping them safe. But yeah, still on that half a heart. Gonna be looking for some health regen. Evtet farming up their leprechaun, getting the lucky charm.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's some sort of equation. Oh, hi. There's a shop. Now, you could gamble this cat, try to get a titanium, but you also risk getting glass.
Not worth it.
I don't mind taking the scroll anyways. You could find a base rapier or a glass rapier, and you could find yourself in a more comfortable situation.
And okay, yeah, ARTQ looks like found a curse potion, but then just 2 Yeti claps back to back.
Ugh, yeah, just didn't back off like they needed to there. Getting clapped.
And I do want to applaud ARTQ for being willing to drink the tempo blood, as it's sometimes known, or the grape juice.
Tempo blood. Gross.
Yeah, tempo blood.
I have not heard that one.
Really? You haven't heard that one?
No. Before? Why is it tempo and not Coda?
It's purple.
Yeah, I really like that thing. I think it is very much underutilized.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people, especially like newer players, just see that it's, you know, it's gonna curse all their hearts, and they just let that, like, you know, scare them too much. Like, oh man, but then if I get hit again, then those heart containers are gone permanently. And it's like, yeah, but if you get hit again right now without drinking it, then your life it's gone permanently. So just you know, it is like, yeah, it is less. In most situations, it's less good than just normal food, but it's better than dying.
I'd say in some situations it's better too than like an apple or something, right? Like, you can get all your hearts back. That can be really good. So yeah, I think it's definitely something that people are spooked away by, the potential of losing your heart containers without realizing the positives.
And there's even, you know, some really cheeky stuff you can do. Catherine's done a lot of them in our crow races of just intentionally popping the curse potion when you have a blood weapon. And,
yes.
Just going to town with the infinite damage.
Yeah, I had a Dorian run that was like a 5-minute where I just had a blood weapon that was doing infinite damage the whole time because of that. And I would get hit, but I had a hat, and so it would like kind of heal up, and I just managed to just keep infinite damage the whole time. It was really awesome. And of course, getting hit with infinite damage if you don't have purple hearts means you're dead. So, ooh, ARTQ getting red batted there. That was just bad RNG. Needed to probably just buffer a beat there. And a bit of a struggle here for ARTQ. Maybe not as comfortable with the cat. I'm not sure.
Yeah, kind of looking like it. And Evtet, yeah, here. Evtet is in a great spot here. Ooze Boots, Heavy Plate, Regen. There's a shield spell to pair with that Regen. So yeah, like just super tanky, regenerating health every floor. Has that shield spell to just block damage. Like this is you know, this is like the build you kind of want to see in most cases.
Nice job not opening that chest too. A torch is something that helps a lot, especially, you know, that is zone 5 mapping. That's all you need for zone 5. So that's a nice pickup. And even preemptive shield there, I like it. Wasn't really in danger, but it's a good spot.
Use the shield before walking in. I think could have pushed a little more aggressively, but you know, there's no need to. Your opponent's in zone 1.
Yeah, and unlike race 1, you don't have a gi. You've got a heavy plate, so it's a big difference.
Okay. And getting grabbed by tail monkeys is probably like the one thing you want to avoid most here. And I've said doing that twice, but not really getting punished for it. One just moved her 2 tiles, and the other one put her in an empty room next to the exit. So like, working out pretty well. Finding this conjurer, looking for
maybe Blast Helm. I think that's probably the only.
Yeah, Blast Helm, Crown of Thorns, probably. I think you probably just take the sunglasses here. Okay, or Spike Ears is fine too.
I feel like sunglasses is one of those things that if you're not comfy with it, it can be real bad.
Okay, and there's the last thing this build probably needs is just a few extra hearts.
Plus a potion coming up too, so this is really safe now.
Yeah, now Evtet can kind of just probably like mostly just kind of roller face on the keyboard and probably manage to finish eventually.
Yeah, this is and you could take Telemonkeys, just make sure to use your shield. Because especially without goo. Goo problems.
Shield spell is a Telemonkey user's best friend.
Yeah. Oop. Watch out, those explode. It's really not going to matter. They have regen. And so many hearts.
Effective like 14 hearts here with heavy plate, like and regen kicking in every floor. This is super safe. The only thing you gotta watch out for this part is just keeping Dorian safe in the Necrodancer fight.
And I mean, it isn't out of the question that a tremendously off the rails Dead Ringer could.
Yeah, just you still have to eat like what's the math on that?
I have no idea.
7 Dead Ringer charge, or no, more than that, because yeah, 8. You'd have to eat 8 Dead Ringer charges.
Okay, well, that's pretty unlikely, but it is Dead Ringer. We have seen it all with Dead Ringer. So, could happen. Oh, and the dragon again. ARTQ getting roasted.
Yeah, I think just misjudging their damage or something. I'm not sure. It looks like, yeah, I think Arcade knows like the just self-bombing at the start of the run back, like I think he knows the writings on the wall at this point.
Yeah.
You know, like this is the opponent is like way out in front. There's absolutely nothing you can do to pressure them, and they have a build that is nigh indestructible. Like there's not much you can really do at this point. So,
Cutlass
for
to
Dorian
boot.
death.
The Cutlass just actually makes this more safe. Somehow. We didn't know it could be more safe, but look at that. The Cutlass.
Yeah, gonna be parrying incoming damage now. Yeah, you can even parry the incoming Dead Ringer charges. Oh, Minotaur vacation now.
Parrying these electro balls is causing some shenanigans. And that Minotaur is off to Bora Bora. That was a long one.
How does one deflect electricity with a sword anyway? I'd like the explanation on this.
Clearly you're not believing hard enough there, Spooty. You just gotta believe. I think Peter Pan rules apply here. Alright, we are on to the Necrodancer with a very nice Oblivion. Yeah, the sword acts as a Faraday cage. Yeah, that was a really nice.
Why don't you get lightning attacks after you parry it then?
Great question. Yes, that needs to be a thing. That's such a fun idea. You should get lightning attacks after getting hit by Electro Ball, no matter what. I think that would be cool. Unless you have like base whip or something, because that doesn't make any sense because it's leather. But like, sure, why not? That sounds fun. Synchrony mod, yeah. Do it. All right, a couple more hits here on the Necrodance for Evtet. Looking to clean this one up and get a win on the board and avoid going 3-0.
Yeah, and Dorian has only taken a half-heart of damage here, so yeah, like I was saying, I think that was ARTQ's only out here, and yeah, Dorian's nice and healthy, and that's a win for Evtet.
Yeah, I think it helps that Dorian is some kind of rover thing too. Manages to sort of scoot by all the enemies, so that's awesome. So good job, Evtet, getting the 3rd win there. He's a tank. Well, that makes sense. All right, GG's. So that is our first match. ARTQ versus Evtet. It's a fun one. It's good. Interesting seeds. The first seed was crazy. The second seed was